biology, economics. But more than anything else, I'm known for and love poetry. In fact, no matter how many novels I write, I always come back to my first love. Poetry can be used to nudge us in the right direction, remind us to do the right thing. Repeat after me. A bully kicks me in the knee. That bully's name is Tiffany.
That bully's name is Tiffany.
I fume, but don't return the blow. Don't hit girls, Blue says and so.
Guys don't hit girls.
Blue says and so.
Blue says and so.
I grab her wrist till she calms down.
I grab her wrist until she comes down.
While laughing, jeering kids stand round.
While laughing, jeering kids stand round.
And shout, you wimp, but they're all wrong.
Shouting out the wimp, but they're all wrong.
It's guys who don't get girls who are strong.
It's guys who don't get girls who are
Sunday afternoons mean visiting preachers, spirit-filled teachers like Sister Beverly, who usually speaks soft and low, just so we all have to lean in close to hear. The Holy One has a word for us today, children, she'll say. And right away, I feel a shiver go up my spine, because I'm pretty sure it's God who's doing the talking, and not just Sister Beverly. The whole church knows it too, because when she preaches, even our pastor has to say, amen, sister, praise the Lord. Sometimes we celebrate our rituals in song. And what is song if not poems set into music? And come Sunday, I wrote a poem called Jubilation, because I wanted to try to write a poem that was musical, even though it had no music in it. And every other line of the song goes, rock of my soul. Can we say that?
rock my soul.
Okay, so every time,
Rock my soul.
and you're going to say it like you've actually been in a black church.
Rock my soul.
Very good, okay.
Rock my soul.
I gently sway and
Rock my soul.
I close my eyes and
Rock my soul.
I clap my hands and
Rock my soul.
my feet start dancing and
Rock my soul.
I reach for heaven and
Rock my soul.
I touch God's face and
Rock my soul.
rocks my soul. Oh, rock my soul. I believe in the power of literature, and I believe in the power of poetry. Tyrone Bidding speaks for me in Bronx Masquerade when he offers this prescription. Say no to police brutality and causing fatality. Say no to race hate. Don't underestimate the power of love. But most of all, take 2 poems and call me in the morning. Now that's a prescription I wouldn't mind taking. Poetry has a way of steering clear of our emotional defenses and making a beeline to the heart. And for that very reason, poetry seemed exactly right for the subject of What is Goodbye, my book on grief. It's a story about Jesse and his sister Geraldine, who both learned that their older brother has died, and somehow they have to pick up the pieces of their life. The funeral of Jesse. They tell me I'm too young to go, to stay at home, to wait alone. But how am I supposed to know my brother's really dead? Suppose the whole thing is just a lie. Suppose he left, shipped out to sea. Suppose he couldn't say goodbye, but simply disappeared. It should have taken me along. Instead, I lay across his bed and sniffed his shirt. His scent so strong. He's here, inside my head. Geraldine. I'm not sure I want to be here, but someone has to take care of my mother and father, who isn't able anymore. Their hurt is like a tunnel, and all they can see is the dark. It's up to me to keep them from bumping into walls. So while the preacher speaks and the choir sheds a tear in the key of C, I hold Mommy's hand, rub a circle of comfort into Daddy's back, and squint at the caskets from eyes like slits. There, nestled among roses no one wants to smell, is Jaren, not him, but an it, some fake container wearing clothes stolen from my brother's closet. But where is he? I push down the screen that rings in me. Suddenly, I need to believe in heaven. Out of nowhere, Geraldine. I entered Jaren's room to dust. I could make he turned me into whenever I lost a bet. The memory makes me smile until I notice his closet naked as morning. Not a single shirt waving from the railing. I yank his dresser drawers, find them empty, weightless as rag dolls, and fly from the room, fire in my eyes. One look burns my mother to the ground. What have you done? You have no right. She is stunned. What? I spit. You think I have no feelings because I never cry? And then I do. Great wrenching sobs that split my chest until I'm rescued by exhaustion. When loss leaves us heartsick, poetry shows us the way back to the light. I stumble across my journal, forgotten among school books, papers, and my brother's obituaries. There you are, I think, as if my journal is some long-lost relative. And then I realize I'm the one who's been gone. They don't even have a name for the country I've been in since Jaren died. I haven't tried to write for months. Now I flip to a page, blank as tomorrow, and scribble in that awful date. This was the night I wrote. It changed the world. When we've forgotten how to dream, poetry reminds us that the child in us, the one who still hears, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, that child still remembers. And in a world where AIDS statistics and the newest terrorism scare are dished up with our cornflakes, we need to remember how to dream. Dreaming is more important now than ever. If we don't dream a better world, we'll never have one. Where do we begin? By dreaming for our own future. The book Shoe Magic is all about dreams. This is called Running Shoes. Olympic dreams sing me to sleep at night, and the very sight of fancy running shoes gets me thinking, man, with shoes like those, I wouldn't run, I'd fly. But my poor pockets are only lined with lint. I could take the hint, give up my dreaming, but words from Daddy, once whispered in secret, send my doubts into hasty retreat. It's not the shoes that do the running, it's feet. School teacher. When it came to knowledge, Bessie was a miser. Poured in facts and figures like gold coins she was saving up to spend on something special. I watch her sometimes, poring over her lessons, lips pursed in concentration. Often when the subject turned to math, she'd glance up at me, and I swear she'd get a sort of greedy look in her eye. But maybe it was just my imagination. I did not imagine her persistence, though. Come rain or shine, if work allowed, Bessie would attend the hot in summer, cold in winter, one-room colored schoolhouse where I taught in Waxahachie. Not even the 4-mile walk it took to get there discouraged her from making her way to class. Still, bright as she was, I worried that her fine mind would soon be sacrificed to a life spent picking cotton or working in the mills like so many others had before. But after each harvest, she returned to class, determined as ever to snatch up and pocket every tidbit of knowledge I could offer. Teacher, she'd say, one day I'm going to amount to something. Yes, God, I need not to fret it in the least. My heart is the same whether the speaker was born in 2007 or 2007 BC. The heart does not change. That's something I explored in the novel Dark Sun, a book book about Ishmael, the son of Abraham, and about Sam, an African-American teen living today in Brooklyn, New York. But thousands of years and thousands of miles separate them and their stories. Sam and Ishmael have an awful lot in common. Ishmael. He calls himself my father. So why is he sending me away? This is the question I am tired of asking. Better to accept what I know. Between my mother and me, we have a bow, a loaf of bread, a water skin, and the clothes on our backs. No donkey laden with bags of grain, no tent to pitch against the rain or sun or swirling dust, just lonely desert ahead. A carpet of sharp rock, a smattering of trees, miles of dry weed and briar without a settlement in sight. We can expect a company of wild goats or sheep, a few sturdy inhabitants of this terrain. Fresh well water is bound to be the stuff of dreams. My head hurts from imagining the worst. I ignore the tears in my eyes, pretend my father a few feet away is already dead, and take my mother's hand. All will be well, I tell her, sounding as manly as I can muster at 17, knowing full well that our survival will strictly be a matter of miracle. Cutting off my air supply, my anger a stammer, I stare through the window at the guy loading his car for the move from Brooklyn to Manhattan. He's supposed to be my dad. I'm glad he's not waiting for me to smile and wish him luck. Like I give a flying, what was he thinking? Leaving Mom in the first place. Why does he have to run off and start a new family? Like we aren't good enough. Like I'm not all the son he'll ever need. And what about tomorrow? Child support won't put a dent in the rent. And Mom hasn't worked a job in years. I don't want to bring on her tears, so I keep quiet. And when she comes up to me and slips an arm around my waist, I say, yo, Mom, not to worry. We'll be okay. It's all good. Sure, I know better. This city's just waiting to eat us up alive. In the language of the heart, and I'm thankful for that because the heart does not discriminate. And so I'm grateful for it and grateful for a chance to share some of my poetry with you today. And this last one is from Thanks a Million. Thank you is a seed I plant in the garden of your heart. Your smile is a flower, a slow and sweet surprise. It blooms before my eyes. Thank you.
To participate in this year's, we're hoping it's going to be an annual thing. Our funder, one of our funders is here. We'd love to do this again for the community and for our schools to bring you a variety of authors. And Ms. Grimes concludes our Awesome Author Series for the year. Next month, however, we will have our student authors, our aspiring students who want to be published authors who are working on pieces daily. They will be here, and you can come again and enjoy refreshments afterwards, and they'll be at the podium sharing with you their gifts. So at this time, we're going to all come forward and take a group picture, and then we're going to serve the meal. We have a full meal for you today, and you'll also have a chance to get books signed and to talk to Ms. Grimes as well. So if we could all just come forward.